Hi, Cafe. This is Deborah Foss. I'm going to give you a little tour through my course, Education 306, Writing for Educators. Okay, first I'm going to take you through the navigation bar on the left-hand side of the screen and just go over some of the features there that I've decided to add. I've been teaching this class for quite a few years, but after taking Corinne's class, I really was able to see how to connect it a lot better, so I'm excited about it. For one thing, I've added features to the homepage that I never had before, and I'm very excited about the Start Here, Important Course Information page because I've never used Start Here, but it's such a great idea. It really draws the students in, and I think it's always great to know where and when to start, at least for me. So I'm hoping they feel the same way too. Then I have the syllabus, which contains all of the grading policies, late work policy, grading, the way that grading works, and all the assignments and the timing. And so it suggested in the old course, I suggested that people just use the syllabus, but I find that when the students don't ever really check the syllabus. So the great thing about designing an online course is that I can put a lot of the detail in the weekly modules, which is right here. And I'll click on that in a minute and show you what I've done. The next thing I have here is assignments. We have like 4 or 5 major assignments in this course, including an APA research paper and a technology project and a series of essays. So I've outlined all of the major assignments in this section right here called assignments, and then the rubrics for those major assignments are below right here. So also following that, there's links for the journals and blogs. All of the journals and blogs can be located in these links, but they also can be located within the weekly modules. So again, there's like a repetition of access so that students can access things from many different places, and hopefully that will make it easier for them. The Q&A forum I'm so excited about because I've never used a Q&A forum before. So at Corinne's suggestion, I've directed the students to leave their questions in the Q&A forum rather than to send me an email at Laverne or to call me on my cell phone to ask a question. I've set it up so that they can just post their question there and I'll answer it. I'll check it quite a few times a day and answer it as soon as I see their question. Again, there's a section for my grades so they can check their grades. Blackboard help appears again here. It's in 3 different places on the site so that they can get technological help if they need it. And then the list of tools, which is standard basically for an online class. Okay, so that's the navigation bar. Okay, now I'm just going to go through some of these things on the navigation bar and show you how they work. So the first one is the homepage here, and it's got a huge banner, which probably should be a little bit smaller, plus the pictures here are not very diverse, and I would like to find some pictures that represent a greater diversity, so I'll probably change that. Here I have, again, the letter, which also appears in the Start Here section. And I've added a few other things that I usually don't have to the home page. I've added the Blackboard Help Desk info again, and the Academic Success Center where people can make appointments for tutoring, and also the Wilson Library because we're going to be using this again when we do the APA papers. I'll be directing them to the library, so put that link there as well. Okay, here I am in the Start Here Important Course Information section, I start out with my welcome video, which basically just talks about how to access the Blackboard help, how to find me, and the Q&A forum. It goes into detail about those three things. And here again, I have the welcome letter repeated in this part. It talks about services for students with disabilities and a quiz that it was about distance education to kind of test your readiness for that. And of course, my information right here repeated again. Also, we use in this course soft chalk lessons, which have quizzes embedded in them, and videos that are the lessons, and then the quizzes that test your knowledge of the videos after you listen to them. And these were created by the lead teacher that is in charge of this course, Jessica Decker, who has just a beautiful voice. And so she's created some really good lessons that I've included in the modules. So this is a student guide that tells how to navigate the soft chalk lessons, a different piece of technology besides Blackboard. So we needed to cover that within this start guide here. Also, I included some things about time management that Corinne actually gave us because I am a procrastinator myself. That's why I'm doing this video at 11 o'clock at night. So I just think it's important. I mean, you always teach what you need to learn, right? So I include things like this. I also included a video. Oh, this is this incredible video by the Penguin Prof about how to succeed in online classes. It's so that people who have maybe a different learning style, like an auditory style, would rather watch a video than to read this information right here. So that is the Start Here guide. Okay, I've just clicked on the weekly module menu item right here, and it opens up all of the modules that are available for the course. It goes to module 16 weeks. So the only one I've expanded so far is module 3. I mentioned right here, please click and look inside, because the first time I started teaching online, I had no idea that you actually clicked on these modules to see what was inside. But on the outside of this, I put the learning objectives for the week, and in the inside, I'll click on this now. Whoops. Okay, on the inside, these objectives are repeated, and then I've included a checklist that Corinne included for us in our class, which I thought was really useful, so I included it. It's not done exactly the same way as hers, but you can download this, and then you'll have like a checklist to check off your assignments, and you'll see how much they're worth and when they're due. So it just seems really helpful to organize your work. Here, this is the reading assignment, and in the previous classes I've taught for 306, there was nothing to tie this reading assignment and this assignment for to complete the brain ticklers, which are just funny. Well, they're just little quizzes at the end of each chapter that tie the knowledge back in. So we're asking the students to do this, but we don't have any way to apply it. It's just kind of an assignment that we throw in there. And so I wanted to make it relevant and also make some kind of accountability for the reading and to tie it into the learning objectives. So I created this blog right here. And if you click on this blog, it takes you to the instructions, which are repeated again. And it asks which part of speech offers the most challenge for you. So it's a discussion that the students can get involved with. And then it also asks them to locate an activity or a strategy to teach the parts of speech to their students, which is like another objective of this course, is to not only learn about grammar and to remember grammar, but also to find strategies to teach it to K through 8 students. So that ties into the course objectives and also to the week's learning objectives. Okay, going back to the weekly module section and to module 3. There's a couple more things I want to cover. Okay, after the blog, we have the soft chalk lessons, which I mentioned before. Jessica Decker created them, created the lessons. So in this particular module, we have 2 of them, but usually we only have 1. They also contain a scoring, like automatic scoring, and so there's no real rubric for them because they have their own quizzes which are automatically scored and go into the grade center. Then we have the journal number 2, which is an assignment, the first part of the course. If you click on this, there's a link. There's the description of what this is, what they need to do, and a rubric, and how to submit it right here. So there's a link to the journal, and that same journal can also be found in this link, links here too. So they should be able to easily find it. Okay, so let me go back again to module 3, and the last thing here is to, basically the last thing is to revise journal number 1. It also has a link that they can resubmit journal 1 after it's been corrected. And the way it works is that I will have gotten journal 1 and I will highlight it where the errors are. I'll highlight the errors, and then they have to figure out what the errors are and correct them according to what they've learned that week. So that also uses their knowledge. And the classmate quiz, that's just sort of creating, you know, a community in a way. I'm not sure how it ties to the learning objectives. It's just sort of separate. But it's a community building activity because they have to remember who their classmates are and what some a few details of their introductions, which happened on the first week. So that tests their knowledge of their classmates. So I think I'm going to wrap that up right now, wrap up this video, and thank Corinne for all of her hard work. And I've learned a lot in the class, and I hope that I can apply everything that I've learned because it's really helped me to organize this course a lot more than it's ever been organized before. So I'm very excited about teaching it beginning in the fall, and I hope I'm able to certify by then. So let me know and I'll make any changes that I need to make so that I can get certified. So thank you, Cafe, for watching my video.